Hi guys, hang on. Hold on, I don't feel right. Hang on. Okay, that's much better. Anyway, on this week's edition of Off the Cuff, we're going to be looking at a handcuff that has, shall we say, a really deep-rooted identity crisis because it has so many different names to it. These cuffs are known by many different names. Among them are Pinkerton, uh, Towers Detective, Towers Lightweight. I think they even called them new and improved towers at one point. But anyway, this is what they look like. These are the Pinkertons. They call them lightweight because the lock case is very small and they're a lot lighter than regular towers. And to show you the comparison, this is a towers with 3 rings, so it's an earlier one. And this is the Towers Detective. Okay, you can see the huge difference in the size of the lock case, and these are considerably heavier. Okay, now we're not just going to be looking at the Towers Lightweight or the Pinkertons. We are also going to look at their imitators. See, Towers Detectives here, they were pretty easy to make apparently and kind of cheap. So not long after they were patented in 1883, I think, along came people who were copying them. But you can tell the difference in a number of ways from the copy, the difference between a copy and an actual towers. Now these can't be carried around unlocked, just like regular towers can't. You need a key to open them, to apply them, but they just ratchet shut. These are, see, they're adjustable because they have these slots milled right into the bow. Okay, the difference between, now this is an original, this is an actual Towers Detective model, and here is the copy. Now the copy, it didn't have these milled into the bow. It's actually more like teeth coming out of the bow. And that's like a dead giveaway. There's a couple other things. Okay, this is the real towers. This is the imitation. See how the bows end? The imitation is almost like a belt. You know, it comes to a point there. Okay, and we already talked about the notches. All right, and there's another dead giveaway. If you look at the shape of the lock case on a real towers, and look at the shape on the imitation. See, it's got that little goofy lip thing right there. And I think that's to make room for the notches that are, you know, coming off of the bow. Again, the towers notches are actually inside it, so it fits really snugly. And they're adjustable. Another thing that the imitation you can tell is the pin in the clevis. See how you can see the ends of it? Not so in the towers. In towers it's flush and plated on both sides. And you can just tell like the imitations were really cheaply made. But I have different versions of the imitations. Okay? Now here's another set. Here we go. Now, remember this is the towers. Here's the imitation. You can see, look at the face of the lock plate, the lock case. Okay? And even the keyhole tilts off a bit more. Okay, it's got these notches again. But look, and they even used a different metal on the clevis. Here's this. You can see it's just the plate. But that's how it was attached. And on the other clevis, same deal. Okay. And again, it has that goofy shape to it. Okay. And some of them, they were made by different people too. So some of them aren't as pronounced. That overhanging lip. See the other pair. Little slight differences. And then I have another set of the imitations, but look, it's got a different chain connector. You can see, same deal with the plate, face plate of the lock. And you can even see in the back, this one is even cruder. You can see the little posts, holes in there, fillers. It's smooth there. But I like these because they're a variation. And even with a different chain. So you got two different kinds of imitation towers. And these were really crudely made, like I said. And these are rarer and more difficult to find than the original towers. Because they were cheaply made, crappy kinda, and I'm assuming that a bunch of them got melted down during World War II for the, you know, the metal drives that they had. But these things, they, you know, they made them up until the 20s, as far as I've been able to find out, and I guess they were popular, where the original one was anyway. I guess the original one was popular because they made so many copies of them. Sorry, I'm looking for, I got another, oh, here it is. Here's another pair of the originals. See? Just has a little bit scuffs on the plating and whatnot. And look at how tight, there's no clearance there whatsoever. Very little clearance there. The imitation, you know what, let me give you the dark one, shows up on camera better. See, with the notches raised, it's much bigger. See the difference in the clearance? And these things just don't, the imitation towers, they don't even, it feels like something that was actually thrown together, you know, like on a guy's workbench, like he took the leftover parts and stuff. It really, I think that adds to their interest, for me anyway. And as far as I know, none of the Towers detectives, the Pinkertons, were marked in any way. I haven't been able to find any markings on any of the Pinkertons. And by the way, these did exist in leg iron sizes, which are very difficult to find, and I don't have a pair yet. But if you have an extra one laying around, throw it my way. Okay? That's the leg iron size. I think that's one of the few things I'm missing out of the Towers family. Well, that does it for this edition of Off the Cuff. I hope you enjoyed it. Learned something about the difference between the Towers, Pinkertons, detective lightweight model. You know, they have a gazillion names. Oh, and by the way, the Pinkerton name obviously came from the Pinkerton Detective Agency, which was big from the 1860s on up. You know, they were like the private eyes and stuff like that. So it's logical and it's plausible to figure that since they were in plain clothes, they would carry a lighter handcuff. So, you know, that's another part of the ideas behind it, the stories behind it. If nothing else, I hope you can tell the difference between a Pinkerton real one and a imitation. And like, you know, it's easy to spot. It's not too difficult to spot. Okay? Alright, hey, thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in again next time. Okay, so I'm on my way to the Lancaster Lock Show 2016, and I have everything I need right here. Here we go. All right, guys, here we are at the 2016 Lancaster Lock Collector Show, and a bunch of the handcuff guys came here. They're setting up today, and we all went out to a really great dinner last night. They came over to the house and checked out the collection, and I just can't wait to get in there and see what kind of goodies I can't afford to buy. Here we go. Well, the weird thing is we're in a different room this year, so I can't wait to see how this goes. Down here? Ah, there it is. Oh boy. Here we go, guys. Can't wait.
So let's give a round of applause to my friend Arioch.
Hey! How y'all?